Hi everybody, I'm just sitting here on a rainy afternoon. I just got back from my stepson's culmination from culinary school and I had a few minutes and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the LimeLight First Base Primer and 10 Years Younger Finishing Spray. And these products work really well at holding your makeup in place. So I thought I would show you a little trial on how that happens. But I want to start with bare skin. So I'm going to show you today with Antique Bar eyeshadow. That's eyeshadow number 19. And blush number 2, Excited. Okay, so I want to show you just the eyeshadow. I don't know if you can see that very well. Let me put a little bit more. And here's just a little bit of the blush. This is a pretty bright color, so I thought it would show up well on camera. There we go. Okay, so I don't have any primer or finishing spray on my hand, just the makeup. And that wipes off pretty easily. Okay, so now what I want to do is show you what happens with just the first base. So if you were doing this on your face, you would apply in an X and then a T. And this is going to be a really, really fine mist. It doesn't take a whole lot, so this bottle will last you a while. You want to shake it up really well first. Okay, and I'm going to give that just a minute to dry. You want to let it completely dry before you apply your makeup. So give that just a second, and I'm not going to make you wait, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm going to apply a little bit of the eyeshadow. And a little bit of the blush. Okay, so you can see that these show up a little bit better than they do with just your bare skin, and that helps considerably. I like the fact that the shimmer shows up a little bit better in the eyeshadow. Okay, so it's a little harder to wipe it off, and that's really not a bad thing if that's what you're going for, and that's always what I'm going for. So I'm going to take this off with the make-off cloths. If you don't have these, you need some. They are wonderful. So give me just a moment to wipe this off, and then I will come back and show you what happens with just the finishing spray. Okay, I'm back, and now that my skin is clean again, I'm going to apply the eyeshadow and the blush to just clean skin without the primer, so you can compare. Okay, so here we are back again with clean skin, and we're going to use the 10 Years Younger finishing spray. And then we're going to give that a minute to dry. This is going to be applied the same way that you would apply the First Base Primer. You're going to apply in an X and in a T. And you're going to put this on last, but before your mascara. So I'm going to let this dry, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and our finishing spray is dry. So now I'm going to smudge it up a little bit. And you can see again, it's much more difficult to smudge. I think the finishing spray makes it a lot harder to smudge the makeup than just the First Base Primer did. Okay, so I'm going to wipe this off get back to clean skin, and then we're going to start fresh again, and I'll show you the results using both products at the same time. Okay, so we are going to start with our First Base Makeup Primer. And this will give you another look at how the makeup looks with just the primer. And let's let that dry. Okay, and we're going to hit that with the Antique Bar eyeshadow again. And the blush number 2. Okay, can you see that? I really do think the makeup shows much better with the primer spray. It's a little darker and it just shows up much better. Okay, now we have our 10 Years Younger finishing spray. And we'll give that just a second to dry. Okay, and we're dry. So here's how the makeup looks, and we're going to try and smudge that. And it is much, much more difficult to smudge with both of the products. You have to work at it. So here's my take on it. If you have to choose one or the other, it's going to depend on your preference. If you want the makeup to show up better and smudge less, then you're going to want to use the First Base Primer. If you want your makeup to look the same way that it does on bare skin and smudge less, then you're going to use your finishing spray, and that's going to help it to stay all day. If you want something that's going to really pop and stay all day, then you're going to want to use both together. So that's my take on it, and if you have any questions, send me a message. Thanks for watching.